Hey guys, we're back with a brand new Screen Team. We've got a lot of good films to feature for you today, and we're going to be talking about the brand new Ocean's 8 film, also the brand new Mary Poppins film. But before we get to that, we're going to an old classic, my friends. We're going to the original, the number one, Mary Poppins herself. And to help us review this film, we've got our good friend Hillary is back. Thank you so much for being back on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thanks for asking.
It's exciting. Now, Are you a huge Mary Poppins fan?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, man, my goodness. I love Mary Poppins. I think she is just, she's, what is it? Practically
perfect in every way.
There it is. That's the line. Now, for those who haven't seen this film, and it's kind of hard, but I'm sure there are some folks out there who haven't seen Mary Poppins. Let's kind of describe the setting a little bit. We are in England, and we have this family. They're called the Banks family. We got Mama Banks, who is... she is kind of a member of the suffragette movement. We've got Papa Banks, who works at a bank, and he's grumpy.
Little bit. He's a stiff upper lip kind of.
He's grumpy
critter.
He's grumpy all the time. And you got the two kids, and the two kids, from the tone of the movie, they're like, they say that they're bad, but they're really not that bad.
They just want attention from their family is all, and they want to make their family laugh. They want to make their family happy,
Right.
and I think kids get in trouble a lot for things that they don't intend to, and then they kind of get a bad rap, and I think that's sort of what happened with them. A lot of things just happen to them, and they can't really control it, and then they get in trouble for it anyway, but being kids, they're resilient, and they just go on and keep trying to make everyone happy.
Well, they definitely didn't make the nanny happy, because she had enough of their baloney and decided
Which nanny?
All of them.
There were many.
All of them. So when we first start the film, the one nanny decides she's had enough. She's going to leave, and that leaves the Banks family. What are they going to do? So the kids decide, hey, we know what we want. We know what kind of person we want to look after us. So they wrote their own kind of help wanted nanny ad. They show it to their dad. What does the dad do?
Oh, well, he... doesn't he put just an ad in the paper? He plans to put an ad in the paper. Yeah,
but he got grumpy. He ripped up theirs.
Oh, yeah. He rips it up and throws it in the fireplace.
Told you he was grumpy.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So that's when the magic begins. He rips it up, goes in the fireplace, and then all of a sudden the wind takes it up and brings it to our title character, Mary Poppins. And Mary Poppins, she is just amazing. I like, for me, this movie can be, I want to watch what I want to say. There's some parts where the movie kind of lags a little bit.
Yeah.
But not when she's on.
No.
Whenever she is on, the movie is on for me. Do you feel the same way?
Yes. And I think that's a testament to Julie Andrews, because with anything she does, it's effortless. It's just, it's there, and it's spot on, and she knows how to tell a story, and she can lead a story. And I think that was what, for the film adaptation, I think that was what they were intending for the character of Mary Poppins also, was for her to just be effortless. She conducts herself in a certain way. There's no funny business about it.
Right.
Well, supposedly. And but things just come easy to her and come natural to her, and I think they found that in Julie Andrews. And so any of her scenes they're always either light or they're warm in tone, and I just think that they found who they needed in Julie Andrews. I don't think anyone else could have done the role.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that if like you said, Julie Andrews was their number one pick, but if they couldn't get her, I think they were looking to Angela Lansbury. But
I mean, Angela Lansbury is talented in a myriad of other ways, but I don't think the movie would have been the same if it would have been her.
I agree. And I think this was one of her first roles, movie-wise, wasn't it?
It might have been. Sound of Music came...
I think it came after this.
After. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check into that, but I think this was one of her first major film productions, and she won the Oscar for Best Actress for this film.
Right, because before, up until that point, it was just theater for her, I think.
Yeah. And this was like the first movie where Disney won an acting category. So for the
Right.
Oscars, so that was another big to do. Somebody who I don't know. Do you think Dick Van Dyke was perfect for the role that he played?
Bad accents considered, I'm going to argue yes.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
I think he was, just like Julie Andrews was able to completely capture and show the spirit and purpose of Mary Poppins, I think he does the same for Bert. He is the perfect go-to guy. He is, Mary's right-hand man. And if they intended that role to be as big of a dancing role as it was, Dick Van Dyke did an excellent job, I thought.
Yeah.
Step in Time is, I think, my favorite number in the show.
I was getting ready to ask you that. So is that?
I like it more than Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that one of your favorite scenes in the film too?
Yes. And you just have this, all of London's chimney sweeps coming up, and they're up on the chimneys, and they're dancing all around, and they're twirling all around, and they're all calling to each other,
Yeah.
over the rooftop, step in time, and there's all that tapping, and it's just this frenzy of chimney sweeps, and just all of these people who are supposed to be blue collar people, in that time period, and I don't know, you just wouldn't picture a bunch of grimy men dancing around, but I don't know, it's all good hearted and and fun.
One of my favorite scenes is when they go into the how Bert's doing the picture on
they jump into the chalk.
They jump into the chalk, and then they go into the half human, half cartoon animation. I love that, and I always love the number Jolly Holiday. Jolly Holiday. I love that. I love that. And Bert's dance. He dances with the penguins. And,
that's iconic, I think.
Yeah. So to me, that's just top notch. So, have you seen the second one yet?
Yes, I have.
Can you give us a little mini review from your perspective? What did you think about it?
Okay, so Mary Poppins Returns. It takes place with the same family, the Bankses, except it focuses on the children, Jane and Michael, who've grown up, and really, if you zoom it in further, it's about Michael's family because now he has children and he's living in the family house, and they are dealing with how to move on after Michael's wife's passing, and so with tough times, sometimes it piles on, and so they're experiencing some financial difficulties as well. And so the movie's about Michael trying to keep himself together, keep the family home, and Mary Poppins comes back to help.
Yeah. What did you think about it? Did you like it?
I did. I know there's been some mixed reviews out there, but I'm one of those people who just believes you should try to enjoy things for what they are and what they offer you, and I kept an open mind, and I really enjoyed it.
Amen.
So
I like that. Really quickly, you guys are getting ready. The Poplar Bluff Stage Company is getting ready for your next production, Rehearsal for Murder. Can you give us a little brief description of this film or this play, please?
Sure. So Rehearsal for Murder is like a whodunit murder mystery type of show, and the character Alex Dennison is a playwright, and a year ago, his fiancée, Monica Wells, supposedly committed suicide. But he thinks otherwise. So 1 year later, he gathers some key players in their lives, and he's created a selection of scenes, a script, and he is gathering everyone together for a reading of the script. But what they don't know is that he is trying to figure out who killed Monica. So
it's a whodunit.
Yes,
it's a whodunit. And when are the dates for the big show?
We open in March on March 15th. So we'll play March 15th, 16th, and then the following weekend, 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
All right, go out and support this production. It's going to be happening at the historic Rogers Theater in downtown Poplar Bluff. For Hillary and Chris, we're part of the screen team. And remember, we want you to know before you go.